Hello everyone and welcome to this Fireside chat with Impact Coatings. My name is Lara Matadi and I'm an analyst here at ABG Sundal Collier. With me here today I have Jonas Nilsson, CEO at Impact Coatings. Jonas, I was thinking that maybe we could start with a brief introduction to the company and maybe a little bit about yourself.
Yes, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
So my name is Jonas Nilsson and I'm the CEO of Impact Coatings since 1.5 years. I have a technical background and a big passion for sales. Prior to Impact Coatings, I was at the venture capital arm of Linköping University. We had some material science companies in the portfolio, and I've also been CEO for 2 semiconductor companies. If we look at Impact Coatings and what we do at Impact Coatings, we are a builder of coating machines, and we also offer coating as a service. And our main market is the hydrogen market, but we also have customers in the automotive industry, primarily for radomes and antennas.
Okay, great. Thank you for that introduction. And if we could just start off a bit about with the competitive landscape and your competitors. As you know, PVD is an established technology and it's been on the market for a while. There are a few other companies that also offer PVD technology and coatings. How would you say that Impact differentiates itself compared to competitors, maybe in terms of quality, cost control, etc.?
Yeah. If we look at the hydrogen market, I would say that we have the right size of machines. And for the automotive market, our machines are possible to integrate with robots. But I can try to give a little bit more context to that. So for hydrogen, we are doing coatings for electrolyzers and fuel cells. And an electrolyzer is where you produce hydrogen, and a fuel cell is where you convert hydrogen to electricity. And both electrolyzers and fuel cells, they consist of stacks of plates. And those plates has to be coated for efficiency and for durability. So the coating as such is very important for the performance of the stack. For the automotive market, we do radomes and antennas, or we sell machines to those who do radomes and antennas. And typically, a vehicle radar, a car radar, is placed behind, for example, a badge or an emblem, and the emblem should look shiny, should have chrome finish.
Yeah.
But if you put chrome in front of a radar, the radar will not work. So then you need a coating that looks chrome, looks bling bling, but doesn't stop the radar transmission, and we can do that. So for the hydrogen market, our USP is that we have sort of right size of our machines compared to the market. For the automotive market, it can be integrated in an automated production line with robots. And a general USP is that we have a circular design of our machine with 4 chambers and just one moving part in the center, which makes our machines very, very robust.
Okay, that was very clear. Thank you for that. And if we just talk a little bit about what Impact's been working on lately, you've implemented some strategic initiatives, like your forecasting-based system production. How do you think that this will contribute to a ramp up in sales and maybe increase your profitability going forward?
Yeah, it has already contributed to sales. So we started 2024 with almost 0 in backlog. 2024 became one of the best years in the company history, so we made a substantial increase in sales. And that was due to standardization and production to forecast. So we reached 110 million in net sales for 24.
Yeah. So as you just mentioned, you had a record year. But in terms of machine deliveries and orders for 2025, what can we expect for this year?
Yeah, we typically don't give any forecast. But if you look at our brand new factory in Linköping, that is designed to produce 1 machine every month.
Okay, great, clear. And can you, because Impact Coatings is split up into 3 divisions, you can say, segments, operating segments. And coating services was one of them. Could you just give a little detail maybe on the coating services operations and which customers you're working towards and so on?
So we are mainly a machine builder, and we see the coating services as a way to lower the threshold to buy a machine. The bulk of the coating services we do is for the hydrogen industry. So it's electrolyzer coatings and it's fuel cell coatings. And for fuel cell coatings, it's very clear that the customers come to us and want a sort of rapid start and buy our services to coat, and also to do evaluation of our coatings. When they see that they have enough volumes to invest in their own machine, they invest in their own machine to lower the production cost. Then we typically see that they come back and order more coating services before they buy machine number 2. For electrolyzer coatings, some of our customers see it as strategic to outsource the coating, and electrolyzer coatings is typically noble metal coatings, and then you have to have systems to handle noble metals. We have that, so that's a competitive advantage. So some of our customers, they see long-term coating services on electrolyzers.
And in which markets are the majority of your customers from? Is it in China? If you could just, I know that you don't present explicitly with.
So for 24, our biggest market was China, it was machine sales to China, and especially our new IC2000 machine, which is sort of the workhorse in our offering.
Okay, very clear. And if we talk a little bit about the US, you're planning on expanding them, and you're going to open up a coating center service there. What's the current timeline in the US? What can we expect?
Yeah.
Please elaborate. Thank you.
So we produce our own machines. So we are ready to set up our US coating service center. We know where to put it. We know how to do it. But we have chosen to sort of put our finger on the pause button and wait for the big volumes in US. So as soon as we see the volumes coming, then we will release the pause button and we will continue. I was traveling in Canada and US last week visiting customers. And you see that the customers, they still believe in the hydrogen market, they still believe in the electrolysis market, but there are some uncertainties about the US part of the market. So some of the companies, they are more focused on, some of the US companies are more focused on Europe and China right now than US.
Okay, and while still on the topic of geographical expansion and so on, are there any other potential markets besides the US and China that look interesting for impact coatings and where you believe you can grow?
Yes. So our long-term plan is to have a coating service center in Linköping, Sweden, Shanghai, China, and in US. And from those 3 coating service centers, we believe that we can serve the whole world market. And with the whole world market, we also mean countries like Korea, like Japan, like India. Okay,
and can we just talk a little bit about your capacity? How many, I don't know if you've explicitly gone out and said how much you can deliver, but can you just talk a little bit about your capacity and how many machines you could deliver theoretically?
So with the current setup we have in our factory in Linköping, we can easily make 1 machine every month, and we have also the testing capability for 1 machine every month. When we built our factory, we don't own the house, so it's built by a landlord, but it's built for us. So when we built the factory, we said that the initial capacity should be 1 machine per month, but it should be possible to upgrade that to 2 machines per month.
Okay, so 24
per year. 24 per year.
Okay, yeah. And in your Q4 report, you wrote that you're working very hard on maintaining costs. Could you maybe give some examples of how you're working towards cost control in Impact?
Yeah, I can give you 3 different examples. So the first one is that we are working to reduce the COGS of the machines, the production cost of the machines. And one example is the machine that we delivered just before Christmas. That was completely built in a new factory. And if we compare the working hours to assemble and test that machine compared to when we were at our old facility, we have improved by a factor of 2. So that's one example. But we are also working with also making other parts of the production more efficient. So another example is that we will invest in a fully automated sandblaster. Today all the sandblasting is manual. And a third example is that we look at the organization and make the organization more efficient. What we have done in late Q4 and beginning of Q1 was to sort of shave off a bit of the personnel. So we reduced by 2 contractors, full-time contractors, and 4 full-time employees. And to some extent, that has been enabled by the other examples I took.
Yeah. And if we just go back to your forecasting-based system, as you mentioned, that's helping you reduce COGS, I assume. But it also will elevate your inventory levels, I assume.
Yes. Yes.
How will you work towards optimizing your inventory then with this new strategic plan?
Yep. So we've seen that during 24 that we made a substantial increase in inventory level, and the inventory level we have at the moment, that is the inventory level we need. So we don't foresee that we have to increase the inventory level more during 25. So with this level, we have the delivery times we need to sell, we have the delivery times we need to deliver, and we can also optimize the COGS with those levels.
Okay, very clear. And I just have a final one actually on the market outlook. Impact coatings is quite dependent on the underlying hydrogen market, and it's not been doing very well lately. Could you maybe just elaborate on the current market dynamics and how you think this will impact coatings going forward?
Yeah, you're right. 24 was not a good year for the hydrogen market. The hydrogen market is very politically driven, and in North America you see a big focus on the production of hydrogen, on electrolyzers. In China, the focus is instead on the consumption of hydrogen, on fuel cells. And during last year, 24, we actually managed to expand a lot in China. To our knowledge, no one else sold more machines in China than we did during 24. And that is of course good. Yeah. But to be humble, the hydrogen market is today small. What we want to do is to establish ourselves as the market leader in the hydrogen market and grow with the market. And if we look at US, when I went to US last week, one of the bigger companies I visited, they started a meeting with saying that we want to work with you at Impact Coatings because we perceive you as the market leader. And that is the position we want to have. So that is the position we're striving for, and then we want to grow with the market. So we do have some initiatives to further strengthen our position and also to increase the market. And it's mainly to do more within the field we are doing. So we have traditionally only been looking at PEM technology, PEM electrolyzers and PEM fuel cells. So now we are also looking at SOFC and SOEC fuel cells and electrolyzers. We have got the first customers within AEM, AEM electrolyzers. And we see a big potential in catalytic coatings, catalytic iridium coatings. So we see a big interest from our current customer base for iridium coatings. So by adding that to our product portfolio, we can sell more to existing customers.
Okay, all sounds very interesting. Looking forward to seeing how it all escalates in 2025. that's all we have time for, and thank you very much, Jonas, for your time, and thank you to everyone listening.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.